When things are going well as a hitter, I really just think about seeing the baseball. I think the best way to put that in perspective is when things aren't going well, maybe you're thinking about keeping your hands inside of the baseball. You're thinking about, man, I'm getting beat inside. I don't want to get beat inside. Start to cheat the pitches maybe. Maybe you become a guest hitter a little bit more than you normally would. But I think when things are going well, you're focused on one thing, and that's seeing the baseball, and it seems to be an easier task when things are going well.
Question for the Mankato hitters here: what do you do to work on strike zone discipline?
Work on strike zone discipline. I think first you have to see the baseball, pick it up as soon as you can out of the pitcher's hand. You have to kind of have I guess a good word for it would be proprioception, body proprioception, understanding, if your body starts to break down, then maybe the ball is ending up out of the strike zone. I think it's more or less knowing your body, where your knees are, where your belt is, and trying to recognize pitches in that zone. To add on to what I said before about strike zone discipline, I think it can begin in batting practice. As we know here that in Mankato, you're not always going to, just be fed belt-high fastballs throughout the rounds. Trying to recognize pitches that you can drive during BP, I think, helps out tremendously.
Obviously, I strike out a lot, so pitching, recognizing pitches in BP is definitely the only way to practice it, I feel. That's why, in our BP rounds here, I usually try and get around the curveballs, around the sliders. We do hard, soft stuff in and out, recognizing the zone. I mean, obviously the zone here is a little different than what we're going to see in school ball, but I don't know. I like to tell myself. I talk to Orchard about it a little bit, and I like to say, see a fastball down and see a break and see off speed up. That's something that I took from him that made sense. I don't know, analogies is a thing in baseball that I think helps make sense, kind of the way you think about things. So,
personally, what are you doing to try to work on your strike zone discipline? Are we taking in and out today?
I try to recognize some pitches. See the ball to the bat, maybe shorten up a little bit, widen out the feet a little bit in the batter's box with 2 strikes. So the ball in play, cut down the strikeouts.
A question I have here for Coach Orchard, field manager here and pitching coach by trade, though. How do you manage your pitching staff, as far as an approach towards hitters? Care to elaborate on that?
I feel that all pitchers either control the arm side or glove side better. So first off, I know each guy that they control, their arm side or glove side better, and we kind of live off that part of the play first. And then they have their contact pitches and they have their strikeout pitches, so it kind of dictates on that stuff. I mean, we'll get reports of the hitters all the time, but if guys watch what we do, our pitchers are kind of throwing what they throw. So, for example, guys able to throw his breaking ball for a strike to throw it early to count. Because if a guy's able to throw his changeup at any count, we'll do it at any count. We don't so much dictate off the hitters, they dictate off us. So knowing our guys, what they can do, what they can't do, is the biggest thing that we call pitches for. And then we really don't adjust unless something's really obvious or glaring that the hitter's really showing us there. We make them adjust to us. What things are you looking for from a pitcher when he's already on the mound and you have 3 or 4 batters in front of you? What things are you specifically looking for that the pitcher does?
I'm looking at his first pitch, tendencies, his out pitch, if there's lefty batters before me, where he's throwing to them, and what he's throwing to them on there, his out pitch to them. Just his little tendencies here and there.
Rob, what are you looking at for pitchers when you're on the bench and you're watching a guy and you're batting 7th in the order? What are you looking at for the first 6 hitters in front of you?
Pitch sequence, really. There's 3 or 4 lefties in front of me, so I look how he starts them off and how he goes through their at-bats and what pitches he throws and where he throws them.
Cody?
I've been leading off lately, so it's kind of changed my approach a little bit. But when I was hitting down in the lineup, I would normally look not so much what he starts pitchers off with, because I know I'll usually sit fastball first pitch regardless. But I'll look for what his strikeout pitch is and what he likes to do with 2 strikes. Because I feel like sometimes I get into a lot of 2-strike counts, and I've been successful in 2-strike counts a little bit. And I think that's because I understand what the pitcher's trying to do usually with 2 strikes.
Do you think it's also you're successful in 2 strikes because you have a shorter swing in a different approach with 2 strikes before, as opposed to 2-0 count? I mean, without looking at numbers, I would say I would agree. Your 2-strike at bats can kind of be better than your 2-1-3, 1-2-0 bats for me.
Yeah, and I think it is. It's a shorter swing. Not trying to do too much with the baseball, just trying to get the barrel to it, and not necessarily trying to hit it a mile. Just trying to put it in play with solid contact.